Today my cousin drove over in a digger. He wants to buy the fish pond Grandpa left for $1. Or he'll tear my house down. Lee Da-Chiang, you're shameless.
Grandpa left this fish pond to me. Before Grandpa died, he gave each of us brothers a fish pond. Why are your fish so lively while my pond reeks to high heaven? I think Grandpa played favorites and gave you the better pond. If you want to keep your house, fine, sell me your pond for $1.
In your dreams.
Beat up his woman for me.
Get off me, don't touch me. Brother Ken.
Don't touch him.
Brother Ken.
I'll sell.
Everyone witness, I didn't steal this fish pond. Liam Strong bought it fair and square, but I'm a generous man. The stinking fish pond next door is yours.
Ha!
Hello, Mr. Stone, Liam Strong. The fish are ready, come haul them anytime.
There has to be a way to bring this pond back to life.
"30 years. I finally found the truly family bloodline. Your idiot brother. What he dumped on you looks like a dead pond, but it's really the Lee family's true treasure."
Kid, you just hit the jackpot.
Brother Jian, where did you dig up this freak in the middle of the night?
Girl, who are you calling a freak? If I hadn't been trapped in this dead water for 30 years, I would have become a flood dragon by now.
Juan. This fish is talking to me. It says was passed down by Lee family ancestors.
Back then, the Lee family fish pond was famous far and wide, all because of the ancestral living water art. It could raise ordinary fish with the bearing of dragons.
That amazing?
That's right. Too bad your brother never mastered it, and the water art was lost.
A fine old pond turned into dead water. So what do we do?
The pond is dead, but the roots below aren't. Buried underneath is the green sand clay leaf family laid down back. Dig it out, and the water will live again.
Juan, come with me. Dig the mud.
Jian, after all these years, could the green sand mud be gone already?
I'd rather die than go back and be Lee Da-Chiang's dog. Let's just do it.
This is it. The Lee family's lifeline has finally seen daylight again.
We dug the mud back up.
So can we start raising fry and make money now?
Foolish. You think dragon stock is common like roadside cabbages? Green sand mud is useless without guided water and fire refining. It's just a pile of worthless dirt.
What should our forebear do?
Crush up this green clay, then scoop a sick fish out of the pond and toss it in. Then you'll understand everything.
Jian, you're bleeding. Take a break.
Once this green clay gets damp from the night dew, the whole batch is ruined. Stop for today. The Lee family's watercraft will never see daylight again.
Juan.
Li Jian, this family isn't yours alone. No matter what happens, I'll live and die with you.
Mud alone won't do. It needs water to bind it. Remember this. Go get these 3 things now. Mercury grass from the shallow bend of the river. Living spring water untouched by mortal mud. The first layer of yellow cicada shell at the old willow's root. Don't mess this up.
I'm not even afraid of dying. Why would I fear this? Which one is the old ancestor?
3 steps to the left, the one with purple veins on its leaves.
Smells so good. And this color too. It looks really weird.
Go, bring me that sick fish by the corner, the one belly up.
Whether it lives or dies.
Depends on tonight.
Brother Jian.
It's been 3 hours. Its gills haven't moved. Is it dead?
Wait a little longer. What our ancestors passed down couldn't fail this easily. Quiet. The water is changing.
It's alive.
The Lee family's craft is still alive.
It's alive.
It's really alive. That dead pond can be saved. Alright, it won't be long before this dead pond is purified into a real-life pond fit for raising fish. Awesome. Li Daqiang, watch closely. You can't crush me. Huan, what are you looking at?
Jian, come take a look. Is this still a carp?
The dragon scales are starting to show.
A dragon doesn't change in a day.
This is just the start. Stay in and keep an eye on it till morning.
This thing, one look and you can tell it's no ordinary object.
Find the safest post and hide it there. For the first few batches, we can only take out a tiny bit to test the market.
Hey kid, why are these fish eggs so green?
Live roe raised with the Oldley family's flowing water method, $50 a piece.
Are you robbing a bank? Come look everyone. There's a scammer here who's gone crazy for money. 50 for one rotten fish egg. Get lost now.
The membrane is moist, with faint golden strands, and no fishy smell. Instead, it has fresh scent of running water.
Miss, don't let him fool you. This is dyed poison.
Sell it.
Sir. 50 a piece, no bargaining.
200 apiece. I'll take all 5. Su Chong from the Su Tavern. Since roe is this good, I'll reserve your fish. 500 a fish. I'll take as many as you've got.
Really?
Of course. $1 million deposit. Take it. But the penalty for breaking the deal is 5 times it. 5 million. Do you dare take it?
Of course I do.
Well played, Lee Kane. You stole my customer. Just watch how I deal with you.
Joan. We sold them. $1,000. 5 eggs sold for $1,000.
We finally made it through.
This is just the beginning. I also landed $1 million order. I'm gonna use that money as startup capital to build our own fish farm. The green clay has already cleaned up the pond. We can stop the fry now, starting today. You're not raising fish for anyone else anymore.
I can't let you have an easy life, punk.
Jian, you got a real fish farmer's eye for hauling water now.
Because I'm not just keeping these fry alive. I'm raising everyone into a true dragon breed.
I don't care what golden treasure you're raising. By tonight, it'll all be dead fish and rotten shrimp.
Jian. Why are all our fish floating belly up?
Someone sabotaged us.
What do we do?
If we can't deliver on time, we'll have to pay 5 million.
Liam, get the boat out now. Go to Blackwater Bay's backflow and catch the morning dew shrimp. If you don't get them before daybreak, the brood fish dies, and the whole pond is ruined.
Yo. Why were you running so fast, kid? Trying to get yourself I heard family's prized fish is done for, and you still have to pay President Sullivan $5 million. So pathetic.
How do you know? Did this?
Don't go accusing an innocent man.
Then get out of the way.
President Sullivan, all of Liam's fish are dead. He can't deliver now. If you don't believe me, come see. If I'm lying, I'll pay the $5 million penalty.
Lee Kane, get back here now.
Three feet to the left. Stay clear of that deadwater whirlpool. There's something alive under that backflow up ahead. Drop the net into that dark stretch of water. The tide's turning. The shrimp are heading back to the seabed. This is your last chance. Cast the net now. Pull it up for me. We caught the morning dew shrimp.
President Su, you finally made it.
Li Daqiang, you said all the fish in Li Jian's pond are dead. Can you stand by?
Of course. He's probably taken the deposit and run. If that's true.
I won't let him off. But Li Daqiang, my temper. If I find out you lied to me, you won't get away with it either.
Of course, of course. This way, please. Li Jian, your end is here.
Come back to life.
It's alive.
It's really alive.
Boss Su, look at this. Ah.
President Su, what brings you here? How are my fish?
Good. Very good.
President Su, don't believe him. This punk probably swapped the fish beforehand.
Li Daqiang, you think I'm an idiot? Li Jian, want this whole batch, double the price. And I'll add an exclusive supply deal. For the first batch of mature fish.
$1,000 each.
Are these fish made of gold or what?
Mr. Sullivan, are you sure?
You have no idea the number of fish in my pond. I have billions in my account. I'll take whatever there are. Load them up.
Why? Why are that loser's fish worth 1,000 each, while Grandpa's best stuff really did all go to him? Hello, Uncle. Li Jian's pond is strange. You need to come see it yourself.
Brother Jian just sold the last batch of fish.
Now these brood fish are spawning again. We've finally made it.
We're not there yet. What's selling now is rare stuff, but if we really want to gain a foothold, we need the whole pond to shed its ordinary form. Old ancestor, what do next? Expand the pond.
Drain the pond and split the yin and yang channels.
The brood fish have taken dragon form. They can't stay in this small pond anymore.
It'll go to waste instead.
Expand the pond. But I don't have any land.
Wasn't that lousy pond your brother gave you already there?
You mean?
We bring stinking pond. Li Daqiang gave us back to life too, right? He gave it to me to humiliate me, but now I'm turning it into a gold mine and making him eat his words.
Then let's do it.
Hu Jingquei, what? You mean that dead pond came back to life overnight?
It's alive. Even the foul water turned clear.
That old pond of the Li family looks like it really has something in it. I'll go check it out tomorrow. If there's something good, we can't be left out.
This water really came alive.
Who are you?
You're Li Jian, right? Daqiang's uncle, Hugh Goldkey, the biggest seafood dealer in town. I heard you turned stinking pond clear overnight. We're family, so hurry up and tell me how you did it.
Spit it out. Don't push your luck.
You. Family. Where were you when my house was torn down? Where were you when I was pinned in the mud and beaten? Now that my fish are alive. You want to talk business? Get lost.
Fine, kid. You've got guts. Let's see how much those guts are worth. If you won't tell me, I'll make sure you can't sell a single fish.
That Hu Jingquei isn't as dumb as Li Daqiang. He's not after the fish. He's after the pond. Not too dumb. Once the Li family's ancient dragon vein spring gets out, more than one Hu Jingquei will come. Ancestor, what do I do? Raise the first real dragon fish. Only if the fish thrive first. Will you be worthy of guarding this pond?
I really didn't expect that with the clear sand clay grandfather left us, even that rotten pond they gave us for free could come back to life like this.
The ancestor said the first batch of fish can't stay trapped in the main pond forever. We need to open a side pond to split the flow. I need to dig a hidden channel to connect the two ponds.
Go do something for me.
Just this is.
Don't ask. Just scatter this stuff into Julian Reed's fish pond. I want to see what he's really using to bring a dead pond back to life.
Who?
Brother Jian and the others are poisoning it. Who dared ruin my pond?
Who sent you here?
It was Boss Who.
Who Jinkui?
He told me to poison it.
I knew it was him. Spirit breaking powder. It's made to foul the water. He wants to ruin my side pond. This is a test. Now that they've made a move, it's time you learn to set the rules. How do I do that? First, open the hidden channel. Tonight we'll move brood fish to the other pond. Once the side pond is stocked, the two ponds can back each other up and dirty hands from outside won't get in so easily. Then let's finish it all tonight.
It's through.
Remember, when you move them, don't stir the water, don't let it get dirty, and don't keep them out of the water too long.
The pond's ready.
They spawned again. Way more than last time.
Twin ponds are connected now. It lays eggs so fast.
The Lee family's water system finally looks decent.
Mr. Su, no wonder this fish costs $1,000 each. The fat line is gorgeous.
Fresh, sweet, and springy. There's not a hint of muddy taste. Switch today's private room signature dishes to this fish for a trial. Call it Dragon Scale Carp.
How is this fish so fresh? I've eaten fish half my life, and this is the first with zero fishy taste.
Go up one more.
Lee Kane, you're really about to strike it rich this time.
Lee Kane, I want to increase the order to 3 times the original amount.
No.
Why? Money isn't the issue.
It's not about the money. The fish farm isn't fully scaled up yet. If I blindly ramp up production now, the whole pond will be ruined.
Good. You're even steadier than I thought. Let's try a different way of working together. You provide the fish, I'll handle sales channels and cold chain. Starting today, we're in the same boat. We'll scale up production. A win-win partnership. Mr. Su, why trust me so much? Because you're not selling just a fish. You're selling something no one else can copy.
Alright, I'm in. Tomorrow I'll go buy the tools and expand the ponds.
We used to worry about what to eat the next day.
And now people are coming to us, begging to work together.
Uncle Samuel Su is tied to Jason Lee. If we don't move now, all the high-end restaurants in town will be taken.
The restaurant isn't the root of it. The fry are what really matter.
What do you mean?
He does not have fish now, so they are worth money. Once he expands, he will need equipment and new channels. I am going to block every path. Everyone here knows about my influence, and not just since yesterday. From today on, if anyone does business with Lee Kane again, do not blame Hugh Goldcoy for getting rough. A young man may know how to raise fish, but that does not mean he knows business. Lee Kane, let me see what you do now.
That one is out of stock.
Not selling today. Boss, why are you all avoiding me? Just leave. Boss Hugh said whoever dares sell you equipment will have their shop smashed.
Just as I thought, it's Hugh Goldquill.
Can't buy any.
Not only can we not buy any, we can't even rent any.
People have gone too far.
It's fine. Without machines, I'll dig with a hoe. I don't believe this road is blocked without Hugh Goldquill.
Jian, how long are we going to keep this up?
Until the pond is done.
Li Jian. So you're digging the pond yourselves.
Couldn't rent any machines, so we had to do it by hand.
Lee Kent, I had that fish at Sue's Tavern last night. It was insanely good. I'm here to help.
Uncle Wong, you.
Cut it. Hand me the shovel. Lee Kent, you're the best fish farmer in our village. The whole village is counting on you, hoping you'll make it big. And help everyone in the village get rich.
Don't worry, Chief.
Lee Kent, heard your family is expanding pond. You couldn't rent any machines, so I came to help. And me too.
Brother Jian, someone's willing to help us now.
Thank you, folks.
Grandpa.
The Lee family's pond is really going to be rebuilt.
Uncle, villagers have started to help him fix the pond. If this keeps up, Li Jian's going to make something of himself.
Once people start turning to his side, we really can't keep him around.
Uncle, you've got a plan.
Isn't that his most prized broodfish?
Yeah. As long as that fish is gone, his pond is finished.
We're going to steal the fish tonight.
Old ancestor. The new fish pond is dug, and many villagers came to help us.
Good. The water is alive now. And people's hearts will come alive too.
But Hu Jinkui won't let this go. Of course not. Right now, he's blocking your path.
Once he can't anymore, he'll go after your roots.
Roots?
Watch out for your fry.
What do we do? We can't keep carrying it indoors every day.
I've got an idea.
Ken. What's this?
It's called Hidden Fish Eye. If I don't make Hugo Quinn pay, he'll think I'm still that Liam Kane he could pin in the mud and beat. Joan. Get Village Chief Wong.
Boss, you said.
Golden striped fish is worth a fortune. Catching it is a big win.
Hurry and keep quiet.
Over there.
How'd it disappear? Oh my god, there's a pit.
Go on, steal it. Why stop?
Poisoning in the day, stealing fish at night. You really have no shame at all.
Speak. Who sent you? It was Hugh Goldquill. Boss, you sent us. Hugh Goldquill again. That's way too shady. Lee Kane, we can't just let this go. We have to call the police.
The police can arrest thugs, but there's no hard evidence.
Then what do you want to do?
I'll ensure he not only can't steal them, but has to watch me sell the fish over his head.
You want to make a move on the market first?
Right, I'll use this batch of fish to crack open the market Hu Jinkui has taken over.
Hard work pays off.
Legion, the fry are ready. The real big fish are about to surface.
Juan, join me at the town market tomorrow. We'll test the waters with this batch of fry.
Okay.
What kind of fry are these?
Dragon scale carp.
Quite a fancy name. How much?
500 each.
500? What is this, gold?
Ha ha ha.
It just jumped. Such a tiny fry. How's it so lively?
Raised in running water. Won't float belly up or get sick. Grown, the meat stays firm and the scales shine. You know it's worth the price.
These fry really are a little different.
Uncle. Lee Kane is here.
Where?
He's in your market selling fish fry.
Good, you came right to me. Come on, let's go meet him. These fry already have golden lines. Lee Kane, you've got some nerve coming here to set up a stall.
The market doesn't belong to you.
Drop the act. You're selling fish fry from a shady source. Who knows if they're diseased?
Your fry are the diseased ones.
If they're not, why is nobody buying them?
What do you mean nobody is? These fry.
Every farming base in Sue's restaurant group is taking them all.
Here's a 100,000 deposit.
100,000?
For just a few fry.
Miss Sue.
That's against the rules.
Rules. Boss Howard. Since when did it become your job to enforce the market's rules? By the way, didn't you just say these fry had no clear source? From now on, they'll go through the Sullivan Group's inspection and registration.
Oh my god. The Sullivan Group is the biggest restaurant company in the whole city. With Boss Sullivan backing him, Lucas Lee is safe this time.
I'll send people to Pond tomorrow for a full inspection. I'll handle the paperwork for you.
President Sullivan. I owe you one for this.
This isn't a favor. It's a partnership and a bet.
Boss Hugh couldn't keep it down this time, huh?
Serves him right.
Sullivan, you're clearly going against me.
Uncle,
Useless. You couldn't even handle something this small. Now Boss Sutton is stepping in himself.
what do we do next?
If we can't control the market, then we'll control the source.
The source.
Doesn't he want inspection and filing? Then I'll make sure his pond fails the test.
Tomorrow morning at 9, the county will send people to inspect. If your water and fish both pass, this batch of fry can officially hit the market.
We can finally sell them fair and square.
Harvey Gold won't let the inspection go through smoothly.
Tonight, nothing can happen to your pond.
I'll keep watch myself tonight.
Get rest. I'll cover for you.
Don't fall asleep. Once we get through tomorrow, fish can move from the shadows to the market. If we don't, we still be under Hugh Goldstein's thumb.
Let's tough it out together. They're here.
Which side?
3 men in the west ditch.
Stop.
Ow.
Watch out, Ken.
Look up. Aren't you a clerk from Hugo King's shop?
Damn it.
What's wrong with him?
Damn it.
He hid poison in his tooth.
He's not dead.
How was he poisoned?
It wasn't poison. He took hush medicine ahead of time. Juanita, go get Chief Walter, then call the village doctor. Hurry. If you want to live, then tell us everything.
Boss Hugh sent us to wreck the pond. He also said if we got caught, we were not to name him.
Is he even human?
He's driving people to their deaths.
Test the water first, then pump out the fish.
Please, it has to pass.
This water quality. High dissolved oxygen, low bacterial count. Live water is more active than in ordinary fish ponds. The fry also passed inspection.
Good.
Once it gets past Lee Kent, these fish are set.
Lee Kent, today, this batch of fry goes into my Sioux family registry system, under the name agreed on before. Dragon Scale Carp Fry.
Alright. Now that the real business is done, it's time to settle the score with Hugh Goldquill.
A bunch of useless idiots, all of you. Couldn't drug him, couldn't wreck the pond, couldn't even take down some punk kid. And you blew your cover too. Once Lake Strong's seedlings officially hit the market, my monopoly in town will start to crack.
What we do now?
Big Strong, aren't you his cousin? Family knows best where his weak spot is.
Brother Ken, today really feels like a dream.
It's too soon to celebrate. We still need to gather evidence and send Hugh Gold and Lee Strong where they belong.
That's right. But the real trouble isn't the testing or the market.
Then what is it?
Your blood family. There are places outsiders can't touch, only family can get in.
We're in for big trouble again.
Dad, why are you back?
If I hadn't come back, who knows how badly you'd be bullying your brother.
Uncle, your son did this. He took Grandpa's best fish pond and gave me a lousy one. And he's making money off the family remedy. He's trying to drive me to death.
Stop throwing dirt on my name.
I didn't come here to hear you argue. I'm here to ask you one thing. Are you planning to keep everything your grandpa left all to yourself?
Uncle, what do you mean by that? When Ken was being bullied, why didn't you step in?
Your cousin's an older brother keeping his younger brother in line?
You.
Dad, you're biased toward Daniel Lee. Did he give you gambling money again? When Grandpa was alive, we're out gambling. When Grandpa was sick, you didn't come to take care of him. When my brother tore down my house and took my pond, you did nothing. Now that my fish are alive and money's coming, now remember you're my father.
Jason Lee, how can you talk to your father like...
I'm not talking about family. It's debts.
Jason Lee, I don't care what grudges before. You're a son of the Lee family. What belonged to our ancestors should be...
Fine, then let's divide it fairly. First, let's settle what you owe me. Who tore down the house? Who hit him? Who took the pond?
That's all in the past.
Not to me.
What's going on?
Uncle Warren came at the right time. Julian's been keeping Grandpa's fish farm and pond all to himself, not letting the family touch.
Humph, you got some nerve saying that. Who forced him to sell the pond for $1? Who brought in excavators to tear down his brother's house? Now he's made the pond thrive. You come back claiming your family.
Yeah, where were you before? You only showed up when you saw money.
Julian, even if you won't accept me as your father, the Lee family line can't end. Just give me $100,000 to cover the whole outside.
Then this is over. So after all that, you just came to ask for money to pay your gambling debts.
So what? My own son paying off my debts. Isn't that only natural?
That's all. Don't come looking for me again. Get out.
That's my son.
Hey, Uncle, and you're satisfied with just this little money?
Still thinking about what happened today.
I used to think if I just held on, one day my family would finally stand by me. Now I get it. Not all blood relatives deserve to be called family.
Don't think about it. You've still got me.
Now you see people for who they are.
I do.
Then it's time to look ahead.
What's our next move?
The first batch of dragon scale carp fry made it. Next, it's time to raise the first real gate-leaping fish.
The gate-leaping fish. The true core of the Lee family's watercraft isn't living water.
It's not green sand clay, and not dragon scale fry either.
It's about helping a one-tailed fish truly rise beyond its kind. How do you raise it?
Go find something.
On Blackstone Mountain behind the village, a spring by a broken cliff.
By the spring grows a kind of herb called red-beard dragon saliva grass.
Its leaves are crimson, and roots look like dragon whisk.
It blooms once every. Use it with living spring.
Only then can you raise a gate-leaping fish.
Isn't Blackstone Mountain the most dangerous place near the village?
The more dangerous it is.
The more it's worth.
But you need to move fast.
Why?
Because you're not the only one after Blackstone Mountain. I see. That herb on the Blackstone cliff.
Bring it back before dawn tomorrow. Don't worry, boss.
Since Li Yan's fish are so cursed, I'll cut off the lifeline of his fish farm first.
You're really going tonight?
The later you leave, the less likely you'll get spotted. I went to Blackstone Mountain once as a kid.
Cliff over there is covered in loose.
One wrong step and you won't make it back up. Have to be careful.
It's fine. I'm hard to kill.
I don't want you hard to kill. I want you back safe.
When I get back, we'll raise real leaping gate fish. What does the dragon saliva herb look like? Its leaves are like red needles.
Its roots are like twisted whiskers. There's a drop of dew and heart.
Red as blood. It's best to pick it before dawn.
Once the sun comes up, it loses 30% of its magic.
People are after it too.
So you're not just going to pick herbs.
You're going to risk your life. Got it. I've hauled excavators before. You think I'm scared of one mountain?
Brother Blade.
Is this herb that magical?
If boss who says it's valuable, then it's valuable. What if we really run into Logan Lee? Then let him stay on the mountain.
Found him.
Li Jian moves pretty fast.
Hu Jinkui's men.
Good, so, hand over the herb unless you want trouble.
You think you're worthy?
Refuse a toast and get the whip. Then don't blame me. Ah, Hold him down for me.
You dare.
Ah, you're crazy. No one gets to cut off my livelihood. Get up there. Damn it, give it to me.
Take one more step, and I'll drag you down with me.
Ken. How'd you get hurt this bad?
Got it back.
Did you go pick herbs or risk your life?
You actually got it.
What do we do next?
That drop of dragon saliva due from the herb.
Mix it into fresh water first.
The roots are a mess.
Mix in the green sand clay.
Don't waste the leaves. Dry it, then add it to the starter mix.
The water changed color.
The real gate leap trigger has started to work.
Can it not handle it? It changed. It really changed.
The first step of the gate leap fish worked.
Useless. You couldn't even beat him for a single blade of grass.
No. Boss, that kid's gone crazy.
Uncle, what do we do now?
Since we can't stop him on the mountain, we'll go at it through the water.
Through the water.
His fish are getting stranger. That means something's going on at the bottom of the pond. Find a chance. Let's dig up some mud from the bottom and take a look.
What do you want me to do?
I heard Jason Lee's batch of fry is about to get official approval. Help me stall the process. And it'd be even better if you can find an excuse to take a mud sample from his pond. We've been friends a long time. Don't make this hard for me.
Got it.
Something's wrong. The inspector suddenly said. There are extra verification items for this batch of fry, and the official certificate will be delayed.
Why is it delayed again?
Not just delayed, they're sending people tomorrow too. To collect bottom mud and deep water samples.
It's Hu Jin Kue again.
Most likely. Can the bottom of your pond stand up to their inspection?
If they really dig up the bottom of the ancestral pond, will they uncover the secret of the green clay? If ordinary people find it, they'll just think it's some strange mud. But not everyone coming may be ordinary.
Lee family watercraft method has been...
Someone will have seen traces left by the older generation. If someone sharp sees through your pond.
The trouble will be 10 times worse than with Hugh Goldquill.
Can we stop them from digging? If we block them, it'll look suspicious. We can only switch it out.
Switch out the bottom mud.
Tomorrow they'll take shallow samples by the pond's edge. Tonight, we'll move the most critical ring of green clay first, then cover it with ordinary pond mud.
We'll be at it till dawn, won't we?
Then we work till dawn.
Let's do it.
Brother Jian.
I honestly never thought
that one day we'd be trying to save the fish pond. By changing the mud in the middle of the night.
Then did you ever think we could turn our lives around by raising fish? Work hard, get rich. You got this, honey.
Liam Jian, pond needs a follow-up inspection. Today we need to resample the bottom sludge and deep water sample.
Go ahead.
Mr. Zhao, follow the procedure. Don't get handsy.
It's just ordinary pond sludge. Take a sample over there too.
Satisfied now?
No problem for now. We'll still need to wait for the official report.
However long the process takes, it takes. Just don't let people say you took someone's money and came here to make things.
Yeah. The county's cracking down on standard procedures now.
Within 3 days, the results will be out. All right.
We didn't collect a thing.
No. It's just ordinary mud.
Damn it. They must have tampered with it beforehand.
Hugh Goldquill, what are you trying to find in the mud?
Go, go, go.
Hey,
Liam Kane, the more you hide, the more sure you've got treasure at the bottom of that pond.
Uncle. Their permit's about to come through and Samuel Chong backs him. What do we do now?
Isn't he selling fry? Then I'll make all the fry in town rot for once. Dump all the cheap, sick stock I've got on hand onto the market. Cut the price in half. Throw the market into chaos so Ethan Lee's stock won't sell either.
Uncle. That's not just messing up the market. You're dragging all the farmers in town down with you.
Something's off. That price is half the usual. Boss Hugh is clearing out stock this time. Who cares? I'll buy 1,000 first.
Lee Kane, weren't you selling them for 500 each? Let's see how you sell now.
Something's wrong. Hugh Goldkirk is dumping his own fry at half price.
Half price? Then how do we sell ours?
Hugh Goldkirk must sell diseased fry.
I think so too, but people are too eager for a bargain.
It's okay. Cheap fry can only sell for a while.
You have a way.
Yes. I'm going to let everyone in town see the difference between sick fry and dragon scale fry with their own eyes. Old master, if sick fry and my fry go into the water together.
difference won't show quickly unless we use bone-showing water.
What's that?
Take a scoop each from the main pond, the spring eye, and the dragon saliva channel. Combine the 3 waters, then put the fish in. The difference is obvious. But remember, once we make this move, Hugo King will be pushed into a dead end.
I'd be glad to.
Come and see everyone. Whose seedlings are good and whose are bad we'll find out tomorrow. Public seedling test.
Lee Kane, only the long-lost bone-revealing water in the whole world can expose my 6 seedlings. You're really asking for death this time.
The bone-revealing water is ready.
Kane. Testing the fish with this water tomorrow.
Not the fish. We're testing Hu Jinkui's life.
Whether it'll really work, I don't know. If Li Jian dares to pull this off, he must have something up his sleeve.
Ha, Li Jian. Quite a big show, huh?
Boss who dares sell fry at half price.
I have to let everyone know.
Whether the cheap stuff is any good.
Oh yeah, haha, let's see what you got.
Look what this is.
This is bone-seeing water.
That's right.
No way. The recipe for bone-seeing water was lost long ago. This has to be fake.
Whether it's real or not, one test will tell.
It really works. You can see the bones clear as day. This really is bone-seeing water.
Boss who, it's your fry's turn.
Me?
It's turned pale. These fry are bad. Even the bones are black. If this isn't diseased fry, what is?
Everyone look, when good dragon scale fry go into bone view water, the bones shine, the scales stay firm, and swim straight. But once diseased fry hit the water, turn pale, their bones go
cheap, really cheap. But what you're buying home isn't fry, it's trouble.
Boss who, what do you have to say for yourself? I ordered 20,000 this morning.
No way. It's just a tank of water. Who knows if you messed with it?
I've been waiting for you to say that, President Su. Bring out the people from yesterday's testing station. From the county testing station. The bone tonic water was filed and sampled yesterday. If you say I tampered with it, are you saying the county was in on it too? Sir. Since my water is fine, isn't it time to test his fry too?
The sample has excessive abnormal bacteria, with clear disease risk.
They really are diseased fry. Isn't this cheating, people? Old Hugh, you're trying to wipe out a whole pond of my fish. Refund me, right now.
That punk Lee Kane really pushed me this far.
David Lee. Didn't you push this same batch of fry on me last month too?
Not me. I was listening to my uncle.
Who you listen to has nothing to do with me. If my pond is ruined, can you afford to pay for it?
Everyone, please calm down. We've made clear which fry are sick. Jason Lee's Dragon Scale Fry are backed by test site comparisons and guaranteed by our Sioux family. If you place the order today, the Sioux family can front half the cash first.
We'll also provide follow-up farming support and technical guidance.
Boss Lee, I'll take 1,000.
I'll take 500 first. I don't want the sickly stock anymore. I want your premium stock.
Uncle, what do we do now?
What do we do? If it weren't for you being such a loser, would he have pushed me this far? Loser, loser.
Ken, we collected 120 grand in deposits just today.
And that's only the first batch of stock.
Back then, even $1,000 could make us happy all night. Now I really feel like we're alive again.
Don't worry. Our days will only get better and better. Ancestor, our lead fish has grown new red gold scales on its back. Does that count as crossing the gate?
It only shed one red gold scale. That doesn't count as truly crossing the gate.
What do we do next?
We're still missing one thing. Fire.
Fire? The fish still needs fire to be raised.
The Lee family's watercraft begins in water and is perfected in fire. Next, just do as I say.
Li Chen, you forced my hand.
It's me, Boss Howard. What a rare guest.
I've run into a little trouble here.
There's a kid in the village.
He raised an evil fish with golden stripes in the pond.
Golden stripes? Yeah.
Weren't you always looking for a way to get this kind of thing?
Keep an eye on him for me. I'll come over tomorrow.
Liam, the one coming this time, isn't a businessman like me.
Boss Liam, can this fry grow golden mines in living water?
If the feed keeps coming.
Then I'm with you from now on.
Boss Shen.
Where are the villagers?
Up ahead by the fish pond.
If this is really what I'm looking for, then this trip was worth it. It really is dragonface sprouts.
Boss Who, you struck gold. Then can we get his method?
No rush on the method. First, find me that most special brood fish from that batch.
The trip to Blackstone Mountain left your injury not fully healed.
I'm fine. It doesn't hurt. Once the leaping gate fish is done, I'll rest for a couple of days.
You really tied your life to those fish.
Hu Jinkue, what are you here for?
Hey, I'm here to bring you money today. Let me introduce you. This is Boss Shen from the provincial capital. He specializes in high-end seafood.
I've long heard of Boss Lee's great name.
I don't know you.
It's not too late to know now. Red gold scale.
Looks like one's almost fully grown.
Boss Lee, I want to make a deal with you. There's 5 million here. I only want one fish.
Which one?
That one.
You can even tell which fish in my tank is special.
I've got a better eye than Boss Who.
Not for sale.
You won't sell even for 5 million? Are you crazy?
Boss Lee, don't back yourself into a corner.
My path is none of your business.
Li Jian, this is my last warning. Fish like this can't be raised in a tiny place like yours.
Then remember this too. My fish. As long as it's in my pond. No one's taking it away.
Fine. Don't regret it. The less you want to sell, the more I want it.
Ancestor. Where did this Seth one come from?
He feels like one of the old order.
The old order.
Those who hunt rare creatures, strange waters, and odd plants between heaven and earth. Hugh Gold is greedy for money. What he wants is the lifeline.
Then we can't let him get it.
So the gate leaping fish has to mature fast. Once it truly leaps the gate, it won't just be a fish anymore.
It's still missing that final spark of fire.
This fire method from the old ancestors is hard to use. You think it is putting the fish on a rack over a pot and roasting it.
Then what is it?
It's sun drying. Dry it in the sun. At noon, take the fiercest beam of heavenly fire from the sun and place the gate leap fry in a shallow jade basin. Line the bottom with dragon spittle mud and leave the water 3 inches deep.
How long do we dry?
If he survives 1 hour, the scales and bones grow back. If not, he dies. That's brutal.
The dragon gate isn't for losers to jump.
Ken. How about we wait a little longer?
We can't wait. Simon Shin already has his eye on our prime brood fish. If we drag this out, it'll only get worse.
Okay. Whatever you do, I'm with you.
At noon.
We'll keep watch together.
He won't sell. What we do now?
If he won't sell, that means that fish is worth more than 5 million. At noon, he'll make a move on the fish.
How do you know?
That scarlet gold scale is just 1 step away. If he's in a hurry, he'll definitely act within these 2 days.
Then we should.
Stay put. Wait until the fish is at its weakest, then take it.
Ken, it's noon.
Hold on, hold on.
So this dark trick is real.
It's not a dark trick. The Lost Order's forgotten flame scale shift. As long as the fish makes it, this trip is worth it.
So when do we make our move?
Wait a little longer. Wait till he makes it or till he dies.
Brother Jian, will he make it through? He's dead.
Don't touch him. Touch it now, and it'll really die.
Ken.
Wait.
It's dead.
That fish is dead. Great, all that for nothing.
No.
What do you mean, no?
It's not dead. It's locking its bones.
What does that mean?
Rush in and grab it now.
What are you doing?
Shin Wonzhou. Get out.
I'll take the fish.
Li Jian, you bastard.
It's done.
Leaping gate fish.
This is leaping gate fish.
What gate fish?
Get out.
Stop. Who dares cause trouble? You'll be crossing me, Owen Kingfield. Go, go.
Mr. Stone, you should leave first.
They're closing in.
Leo Grant, you can protect it today. But can you protect it forever?
I don't care. If you dare touch it today.
I'll have you carried out sideways.
That's right. Whoever tries to take it, I'll fight to the death.
Fine, remember this. From the moment it turned out like this, you're not just raising fish anymore. I'll be back.
Leon. This fish of yours might really have turned into a spirit. How is this still a carp? I've lived this long and never seen a color like this.
Leon, it's bonded with you.
Now that's a real brood fish.
It's done.
Half done. The leaping gate fish has shown signs of dragon power, but to truly make it stand, it still has to pass the moonlit trial. There's a second trial too. Why are you in such hurry? Raising the first one makes you better than your grandpa, but even half done. Someone's already got their eyes on it. I have to find a way to protect all this. Hey, President Cole. Really? I'm on my way.
Boss Shaw, What happened today really was an accident.
It wasn't an accident. You're just useless. Now that the fish deal is on, I have to get it, so we keep pushing. Forcing it is the dumbest move. The pricier the fish, the messier people get. Instead of taking the fish, take the man. What do you mean? Go after Leon King's weak spot.
Leon King, word of you and Hugo King fighting over fry at the market yesterday has spread. This is an invitation from a dining association and they sent it over.
He invited to bring the fish to the tasting event.
Not just the fish.
If that leaping gate fish,
Looks as good as it did yesterday.
once it appears in the provincial capital,
The name Dragon Scale Carp.
won't be worth just this little town's money anymore, Liam.
Hugo King can't keep you down anymore.
If you stay in one town, sooner or later bigger players will crush you.
As long as we make a name for it on a bigger stage. Then this breed is completely mine. President Sue, the tasting is in 3 days. I'll bring my fish and go together. What a great chance.
But that fish just matured. You really dare to take it out?
Sue Smoot's right. If I stay in the village, I'll only be a sitting duck. If I want people to stop messing with me, I have to show them how valuable this fish is first.
Then I'm going with you. Don't even think about leaving me behind again.
Alright, together.
Mr. Shen and the others are going to the provincial capital for competition.
Okay.
Getting the fish out of the village is easier than leaving it in the pond.
Boss Shen, you mean on the road?
Not necessarily on the road. The provincial capital is crowded and chaotic. Moving there will draw less attention.
Then what can I do?
Throw the people around Li Jian into chaos first. Spread a message for me.
What message?
They say Li Kane's fish is cursed.
Raised on dead men's blood, and now he's taking it to the provincial capital to scam big money. That's vicious enough.
The nastier, the better. Li Kane. You want fame, right? I'll ruin your name first.
I heard Li Kane's fish was raised with blood magic.
No wonder it looks so weird.
Cut the crap. Brother Kane, they're disgusting.
The more you try to get out there, the more will try to smear you. Let them. Once the fish gains a foothold in the provincial all those words will come back to bite them.
This trip to the provincial capital isn't just about selling fish. If you make it there, the Li family's fishcraft will truly open its doors.
I won't let him lose it.
Ancestor. Will the fish be in danger once it leaves the pond?
Fish usually risk their lives once they leave the pond.
It's different. It has an owner.
It's safer sticking with Li Ken.
But I'm still scared.
Scared of what? Something will happen on the road? I'm scared the city folks will look down on us. Scared the fish will get snatched. Scared you'll get pinned down and bullied again like before.
Before was before. Now if anyone wants to step on me, they better see whether the fish in my hand agrees first.
Boss, are we really going into the city with them tomorrow?
No rush to follow them. Since the fish is already ready, sooner or later it'll end up in my hands.
You're really going to the provincial capital?
If this works out,
Li Kent will really be different.
The fish are safest left here. Let's go.
don't worry, just go.
Leave the fish pond to me.
Ken, this road is way wider than the ones in our village.
Easy. The fish aren't as delicate as you think.
I'm not worried they're delicate.
Then what are you afraid of?
People.
Don't worry. Hujin Kue doesn't run the provincial capital.
Ken, those two have been watching us.
They're not just random passers-by. Get in. We're not stopping here.
Ken, this place looks expensive.
Mr. Su, the VIP exhibition area is on the 3rd floor.
Who is this? Must be some bumpkin from the sticks. This expo is really getting lower and lower end. Looks like they let just anyone in now.
This spot was saved for you.
This is a carp. No way, since when does a carp come in that color?
The pattern on its back looks like dragon scales.
Let me introduce it to everyone. Dragon-scaled carp, the leaping gate breed.
Mr. Shen, here to see this fish too.
You don't see something like this very often.
Boss Lee, fancy seeing you again.
Boss Shen, you sure hear things fast.
Good stuff always draws a crowd.
President Shen, this tasting is for judging, not grabbing. You do know the rules, right? The exhibition officially begins now. For today's special showcase, each party may present a representative sample to be judged on site by the panel and buyers together. Next, the dragon scale carp. Presented by Li Jian.
This is the fish I raised.
It looks pretty ordinary.
Hurry, next one.
Wait. This fish.
This fish has the look of a dragon.
A dragon look? Isn't that a bit too much?
I've done aquatic appraisal for 30 years. I've seen top-grade ornamental carp. I've seen rare wild freaks too, but I've never seen scales, bones, and presence like this. This wasn't bred the normal way, it's a mutant.
So, judges, what rating would you give this fish?
Top grade.
Just as I thought.
You have to get close to see the details. After discussing it,
All of us judges agree this is today's first top-grade fish.
Boss Lee, is this fish for sale? I'll pay 800,000.
1 million.
The viewing club wants it. 1.2 million.
Over $1 million for one fish.
Everyone, today is a tasting, not an auction. The more valuable, the less we can afford chaos.
Gentlemen, this fish is not for sale today.
Now you should know what it's worth.
I do.
Then you should also know. You can't keep it safe on your own. Whether I can keep it safe
Is my business.
Do you really think those people came to buy fish today? They came to sniff around. Once word gets out, I won't be the only one after him. You'd better make it back to the village alive with him.
Brother Ken. When that crowd pushed it up to 1,200,000 today, my legs went weak. I've never seen that much money in my life. And we got so many orders too. Once the eggs from the first batch hatch into fry, I can't even imagine how much we'll make. This is amazing, Brother Ken. We finally made it.
Not yet. Samuel Winthrop was right. Even though we've made a name for ourselves. After today, more people will be after this prize catch.
To be safe. You all stay in your rooms tonight and behave yourselves. First tomorrow, we'll send you back to the village and get the big fish home safe.
Boss, should we make our move tonight?
There are cameras all over the hotel. Making a move here would be stupid. Then we'll wait until they leave the city.
Good idea.
The road back to the village has lots of bends and bad signal. Make sure both the car and the people are ready. Lee Kent, you brought this on yourself. I want the fish at the front. And I won't let the man go back either.
Scared? Old ancestor. I finally understand what you meant by that. From the moment this first breeder fish took shape, I wasn't raising fish anymore.
Then what are you raising now?
Life, momentum, and my own path.
Then carry on your grandpa's last wish. No.
Get out.
What about Ken?
Lee Ken, you're in my hands now.
Want to make a deal? You're not worthy.
Take this fish away and throw it out.
Stop right there.
Want to talk business? What kind of deal?
Simple.
I know that after your dragon scale carp became famous,
A lot of people started eyeing it. Some even offered over $1 million to buy it. But I'm different from them. I want you to tell me how you raise it. My company wants to go public. One isn't enough. I need mass production, lots of dragon scale carp. Help me and I can give you shares.
Lousy shares. We don't want them.
Shut the hell up.
let her go. I'll tell you the method.
Ken.
Really? Raising dragon scale carp isn't hard.
As long as you can master its skill.
Ken, don't say anything.
Shut up. And untie me.
I'll write it down for you.
Mr. Sean, untie him.
Mix the medicine with this formula and pour it into your fish pond, and it'll work.
Great, we got the formula. I'm finally going to raise dragon scale carp too.
How is it? Are you hurt?
I'm not hurt, but Ken. How could you give him the secret recipe?
What secret recipe?
No, wait. I clearly saw write the recipe down for him just now.
That's right. But what I gave him was a fake recipe. I just made up everything in it, even the ratios and mixing. Just wait and watch him make a fool of himself. The dragon scale carp was raised using Grandpa's method. It's also the result of both our hard work. How could I possibly give it away that easily?
Ken, I knew you were the smartest.
Ken.
Mr. Sullivan, what brings you here?
My driver ran out, called the police, and contacted me too. He said you were kidnapped by Wade Shin.
Are you okay?
Thank you, Mr. Sullivan. All are fine now. Officer, I want to report the kidnapping of my wife, Joan, and me just now.
Ken, you happily brought your prized fish into town. You planned everything but forgot you still had me, your cousin, back in the village. When you get back, I'll show you what real misery feels like. Chief, what are you doing? I came to help my cousin feed the fish.
Feed the fish. Lee Dachiang, don't think I don't know what's in your bucket.
We've got the goods and the culprit. Reflect on it at the station.
Come on, little brother. I'm your cousin. We share the same grandpa.
No. I followed the recipe exactly. How could this happen?
You're Shen Wenzhou, right?
You're suspected of breaking.
Come with us. You're Hu Jingkui, right? You're suspected of market bullying and unfair trade. Come with us. No, I've been framed. Framed, huh? Li Yin Huan, thank you. Ever since we got this fish farm, our village has become famous far and wide as Carp Village. The villagers don't have to leave home for work anymore. They can work at your farm and live a good life now.
Li Jian. Here's a new order.
President Su, I can't understand this order.
No, they're all overseas orders. Even foreigners came here because of our.
They all gave us a big thumbs up.
They kept saying, good, good, good. You've carried on your grandpa's last wish and become a well-known fish farming expert. Do you still have regrets now?
Ancestor, did I really make it? Why haven't I seen the wonder Grandpa always hoped for? A carp leaping over the dragon gate.
You little rascal, so that's what you've been thinking about. Kid, you already did it. Look behind you. Ken, look.
It's the carp leaping over the dragon gate.
Grandpa, I finally did it.